How you both doing? Oh, I have got it working. There we go. Right, so push that out the way. Just adjust this a minute. There we go. Hi! I'm up and running. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Right. So as you can see, I finished the scales and I finished her hair. Hi Shannon, hi Robin, hi Jo Beth, hi Pickle. Let everybody get in before we get moving on anything. How is everybody doing? Hi Meredith. So yes, for anyone who doesn't know, we are working from Sagor Och Sagner by Emilie Lidehall Oberg, and I did post up on Facebook and Instagram a couple of pages, and this is the one that got the most votes. Hiya Steph, hiya Mama Wilkes. Hiya Bunny. So this picture, if you don't know already, oh thank you, she looked fantastic by the way. But yes, for those who don't know, we are doing this based off of Ariel, which coincides with my hashtag for this month, which is on as Fairy Tales in July. So I've done her hair bright red, I've done her scales in the same colour as Ariel's tail, and then she has Ariel's eyes as well. Oh, so do I, Steph. And if I had the time, I would definitely do some more. But Hannah Calls On has just took over my life right now. Ooh, exciting Shannon. Can't wait to see you finished. Hiya Bethan. It's exciting to see what people do for a tag that is pretty simple as fairy tales, really, because you could take any picture like what I've done with this one and turn it into a fairy tale princess. Pickle, I'm sure she'll look fine, and if she turns out like the bearded woman from The Greatest Showman, then I won't be mad or anything like that, because she's one of my favourite characters in that film. So my plan for today is to colour her skin, but I'm just thinking on how I'd like to do it, because I'd like to incorporate the colour that I've used on her scales and then normal fleshy skin tones. Yes, I could do. I'm just trying to figure out how I would blend in skin tones with the colours. Pickle is colouring in the new page that I've posted up, Steph. Right, I'll pick out some skin tone colours and then we'll go from there. I'll need those. No, don't want that. I might need that. I may need that color. Right. And I may need a colour from this, but I'm not sure yet. Right. Oh, those 80s pages are amazing. I've got them printed off, but I haven't even thought about colouring them in yet. So for those of you who've noticed, I have nails today, and everything is such a struggle, including pulling out a knot in an elastic band. But they're super pretty. Hiya, Loretta. I know, but the thing is though, it's all about how long will it last when I start washing the dishes. And as I said to Ian today, that I'm now going to become a Geordie housewife and do no housework now. Right, so I've got my colours from the scales, and if I just put them to one side, and then I've got some colours which I may use doing her skin. I may not use them all, but these are the general colours I'm going for. Oh, well, don't let Ian see you say to use gloves, Shannon, because then I'd have no excuses then. Loretta, Hannah Carlson has a 3 set of 80s style colouring pages, and they have My Little Ponies and cassette tapes on them, and I'm not quite sure what's on the third one, but they all look really awesome. Right, I'm just going to get in there, and to begin with, I'm just going to take grade lavender. Hiya Gary, you lurk away. Right, so I've got my grade lavender. I just need to bring my lamp a bit closer because we've got a bit of a shadow going on here. There we go, that's a bit better. And at the minute, I'm using my grade lavender basically just to mark down where I'm going to have my shadows. Hiya Mia. So even where our scales are at the moment, I'm still going to put down the grade lavender. How is everyone? You alright? You had a good week? A bad week? Yes, I've seen them as well, Loretta, and they are really nice as well. If you'd like me to zoom in, just say and I will. Yeah, a Tilly week, the cheeky little monkey. But at least everything's looking better now. I haven't seen that one, Sammy. I'll have to have a look. You know what it is? I actually haven't looked properly on Etsy for a while now. Not properly like looking through everyone. I go on for specific people. But just having a browse, it's been a while. So I'm not putting makeup on Ariel because I don't think she needs it. After all, she was in her late childhood, early teens. He's at work at the moment, Sam. Poor thing, had to go back, and he still doesn't feel right. I know, I'm actually surprised he's not lurking anyways. Must have found somebody else more intriguing to watch. Either that's Steph or he's actually just watching and lurking anyways to see what we say. So apart from colouring, do you guys have anything planned for the weekend? Alright, so that was that. So I'm going to come in with my grey green light, and you might think that's a bit crazy, but it's not that crazy because I'm going to do it around where our scales are. And I'm just going to start bringing that down there. Oh yes, Shannon, I hope the weather is nice for you. I'm guessing it's an outdoors photo shoot. Well, apparently next year they're also bringing out a live action Mulan film as well. Actually, so I'm taking my 10% French grey. And I'm just going to use this to blend up into the green that I put down. None of this is for definite, the colours. It's all just a base layer for now. And I'm also starting to think that doing the makeup idea is a good idea, because I seem to have green strokes going across her face anyways from somewhere. Kind of just map it out in my head. We'll just have to hope it turns out alright. Well, I would have had this more planned out, but considering that during Becky's stream I was still colouring her hair in, yes, Beth Ann, Frozen 2, I am looking forward to that. Very much looking forward to that. Right, so I'm gonna go in with the light Aqua next. But the thing is though, Sammy, you could just be given a page with a big splatter on it and turn it into something amazing. Right. I'll do one in September for you, Steph. Because next month we are having a whip hashtag, because I definitely need one, and I know our lovely mod Lou needs one, because it was her idea to do it. And I'll be dog sitting at my mum's house again, so I can take all of my whips again like I did last time and just work my way through them, as well as starting some other pages, of course. So again, I'm not pressing very hard with this, because I'm still sort of just mapping out where the colour is going to go. And I kind of want it to come down over her eye here. I'll tell you what, because I'm smudging that red. Have you seen my hand? Smudging it everywhere. I'm just going to pop that up here. Means I can lean on that there. That's better. On the just, I think it's this hashtag, we're destined to have smudgy pages. Speaking of kids and mud, so Tuesday Ella had at school, it was they went to the beach, and it's been planned for a while. I think we got the letter like last month or something for it. And then the weather was amazing on Monday, and the weather was amazing on Wednesday, and then what goes and happens on Tuesday? It rains. But safe to say, Ella came home and she wasn't covered head to toe in sand like she was last year. So that was alright. And she said she still had a good time. But she did come home and her packed lunch was full of sand. But she'd managed to eat her packed lunch alright. Yes, Mia, I did. And I thought the page was cute, but it wasn't the style of the rest of the book, and it shouldn't have been put in the book. Personally, I thought. Go for it. Do a face whatever colour you want. I honestly don't know how I'm going to blend this into skin tone yet. Yeah, I mean, don't get us wrong, the picture was cute, but it wasn't in the same style as the rest of the book, and it didn't fit being in that book specifically. Right, I'm going to get my more skin tones now and then see what I can do about joining it all up together. Right, so again, I'm just going to put a light layer down. Just because I do have the grey lavender and then the light aqua here, and I don't want them smudging. Hiya, Connie. Are you still having problems with your internet? Right, so at the moment her skin does look a little bit weird, but that is to be expected. We are going to go in with a slightly darker colour here now. So I'm going to take Clay Rose, which is this one here. I'll just show you the number there, 1017. I'm sorry to hear that, Connie. I hope it gets better for you. We've had some heavy rainstorms the past couple of days. We were supposed to get thunderstorms last night, but they seemed to pass over. Right, so if I just move this around a little bit, I'm coming down this bit here and just a little bit down here, just to add in again a bit of a shadow. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. Let me just move my pen pot a moment. Now, that's better if I can pop that there. Right. So I'm just blending that kind of into the light aqua here. Oh, Frank's heard a noise outside. What's the matter, son? So this is going to make her face on this side at the moment a bit more bruised looking, but that's fine because we will sort that out. And the reason being I'm doing it a bit darker here is because we do have this big quiff of hair going around. Oh, thank you, Connie. I've really got no idea where I'm going with this. I'm just going with it. Winging it. Right, so again we'll have the shadow coming from her nose, so I'm just going to put in a little bit going down here. And again, you don't want to press too hard because this colour does come out quite deep. So as long as he can just determine that you're doing a shadow. Oh, thank you, Mia. So we did these colours in my last stream last week because these were similar colours to Ariel's tail, and obviously you don't see this mermaid's tail in this picture, but you do see all of our scales on our face and on the top half of our body. So that's why we went and did those colours. And then we've done our hair bright red. And anybody who missed the first stream and you would like to know what colours I did use for both, just let me know, because I've got them beside me, and I don't mind saying those now. I'm still experimenting when it comes to doing skin tones, so I'm not overly fantastic at them. But I think with something like this, because she's a mermaid, it doesn't hurt to branch out and try something different. Oh, you're brave, Shannon. I did have the whole idea of doing Ivy and the Inky Butterfly from start to finish. And I even bought 2 books so that one book I could follow the order of what each character is meant to look like, and then the other book I could just go along and do whatever I wanted. But I haven't even picked up either book yet, so the whole idea of going from start to finish went out the window. Excuse me. So. And today we have Frank down at my left on the floor instead of on his bed, because it has been rather warm today and he doesn't like the heat, so he is sulking in the fan. What's a book you'd like to complete if you could pick one? We see, Shannon, sometimes mine look like that as well. At least you started off well. So, a book, if I could complete one. I'm not actually sure. Right, I'm just going to bring this across here and do her ear. So with this colour, you're basically just putting it down where you put the grey lavender to begin with. And I found when using clay rose, or I did have henna here, when using those types of colours, that if you put your purple down first, it stops these from looking as red. But you can do it either way, because if you put down the other colours first, putting down the purple will also stop it looking red. I think the book that, if I was given the choice, that I'd like to colour in start to finish would be Pop Manga. I've not finished a picture in that book yet. I have started one, but I've not finished any. Yes, the Ink House. I have actually gotten a few books. I'm not going to say recently because it's actually been a while since I got them, but I got Discworld, and I got the Mouse Guard, Ink House, and also the Cursed Pirate Girl, and I think I'd really like to get stuck into those books as well, but it's just like everything else, finding the time. I think once I've gotten all of my Henna Carzon pictures done and moved to one side, then I won't feel as if I can't pick anything else up. Pickle. No, Connie, I've not started any in the Ink House yet either. And I don't know if it's just because I'd like to do the distressed inks and oxides in it, and I've only got 4, which are these ones here. I'll just show you my little drawer. Are these 4 here, and I only just managed to get my dabbers come, I think yesterday was it, I said I had getting them, Sammy. So yeah, I'd like to get a few more of these before I start playing away with them in that book. Well, you see, Shannon, I did have that idea, was to finish at least 1 page, but then I come to the realization that I have far too many books to achieve that in 1 year. So that is an overall goal, is to have at least 1 image coloured in all my books, but I'm not going to put a deadline on that one. Right, so I've used this colour on the side where she has more skin tone, and I'm now going to come in with Parrot Green and do the same for where I have her green. Yes, the hashtag for colouring all your books is called Colour Your Hoard, and it is the American spelt colour. If someone could just pop that in the chat for everyone, that would be fantastic. And Lavelia is running that, and also somebody else, but I'm awfully sorry, I can't remember the other person's name. Oh, there's another one. Oh, I don't know that one. Well, this is the thing. Have you got many pictures finished in that book, Bunny? That's it, Kylara. Well, we'll have to try and find out whose hashtag that is then, Mia. Right, so following on from here, I'm going to use Parrot Green, which is 1006. And I'm just going to do exactly the same as what I've just done with the Clay Rose. And I'm just going to come down where I'd like some of the shadowing to be. Okay, Mia, that'll be brilliant. I do have another Colour Your Hoard video in the making, because I'm trying to cram it all into one video, but it's done in parts, but I'm just trying to cram it all into one video, because the image that I'm colouring is not actually a huge image. I also have my next part on How I Colour series to film, and that'll also help me finish one of my Henna calls on images, because I'm using the same image I used for the gems, and I finished all of the gems on that page. I know that's the only thing, Shannon, with this heat. Frank just doesn't want to move out of the living room, yet he looks at you with such sullen eyes, because, well, as if you're doing him a wrong. And I'm just like, well, you can go out in the backyard, but I can't take you for a walk. Not when it's this hot, because you won't even make it to the front gate. Ooh, I love to see that, Connie. My plan was to colour in an image for my hashtag from that book, but unless I get some more of my Henna calls on images finished, then I'm not going to get a chance to. But then again, there's nothing stopping me from colouring in from that book next month. And then what I could do is I'll just start a picture, and then it can carry on into next month's hashtag of my whips. Done. No worries there. Well, it was supposed to be fresh out today, Joanne, but we didn't get thunder and lightning last night, so it stayed muggy today. See, I've not actually tried my book, so I don't know if my book has the problem with the ink, but I've heard quite a few people have had a problem with the ink in their books, so I'm not holding out much hope, to be honest. Alright, put this up here again. I'm just going to come down under her eyebrow here. I can't wait to get this finished with the pencils, because I'm going to bring out lots of glitter and give our makeup some glitter, and some in her thingies, scales as well. I love it when I get tongue-tied, everything's a thingy. What do you mean, Beth Ann, in terms of how many do I still have to come in? Oh well, she couldn't be a mermaid without glitter, Connie. And even Ariel liked shiny things. Right, so a little bit on our eyelid. Oh, the ones that I pick, 4. I say that and I'm laughing because 2 of them I've not even started. But don't worry, I'll get them done. My problem is that I get easily distracted. And instead of doing some of my picture, I end up starting another picture, like this one, which I started, and it's a Cheryl LaFond image, and I thought to myself, ooh, I just want to try out doing makeup, and it ended up I started doing a corset and everything. Hiya Vicky. Of course I've got plenty time. I've already said that if I leave mine till last, it'll be fine, because my flip through of the finished pages doesn't have to be in until the 15th of August. So if I do mine last, I could just start mine on the 1st of August and then have it done. Right, I'm going to put a little bit more of this here. Pop that there. Right, let me have a look. I'm just going to come back in with the clay rose a minute and sort out her nose. How are you, Vicky? I hope you're well. Right, so I'm just going to come back in now with the 10% grey, French grey, sorry. I'm just going to bring that in down beside her nose and her lips. And a little bit under her eye. Only on this side though. Right. Hallelujah, Vicky. We've just been talking about Henna calls on pictures and how many I've got left. Right, so I'm just coming back in now with the grey-green light. And just a little bit on the top of her head here, just so that that bit blends together. Actually, get my grey again as well. That'll help those two blend so we don't have a big line. Right, and then the grey-green light, I'm just going to come in around her eye. Her eyebrow. Hey, Spicy Pat. Right, I'm now coming in with, no, not that colour, no, peach. Hiya, Selena. So I'm just taking my peach now and I'm just going over what I've done with the clay rose, and I'm taking this further into the green this time. And then I'm also going over everything we've done on this side. I miss anybody coming in, just shout at me. So to begin with, this may look a bit weird trying to blend it in with the aqua colours, but I'm sure we'll be fine. So for anyone who's just come in, if you don't know already, this page is from Sagor Och Sagner by Emilie Lidehall Oberg, and we are basing her off of Ariel to coincide with my hashtag for this month, which is on as fairy tales in July. And at the moment we are just winging it with her face. Hiya, Sue. And this section here is kind of like face makeup sort of thing, because I'm bringing it down from her scales here and bringing it into her skin colour. But I'm just trying to keep everything all blended in together. You see, now that you've said that, Spicy, I don't even know if I should say it again. Right, so I've kind of kept that a bit blended. Oh, Vicky, you're doing the Disney Colour-a-thon. We were just talking about that before. Because I was thinking of doing a hashtag in September for Disney. So if people are going to be doing Disney next month for you, then we could maybe follow it on into September as well. Alright, so I'm going to go in with Deco Peach next. Thanks, babe. There he is, everyone. Right, so Deco Peach 1013. Oh no, it's fine, Vicky. To be perfectly honest, a lot of my hashtags are thought up at the last minute, and I was just trying to get a bit ahead of myself for over the next couple of months. So honestly, I totally don't mind if you have Disney as well. Right, so I'm just going over this side on the skin tone side. And I'm going to use this, and then I'm also going to bring back in some of the greyed lavender just over on the shadowy bits. Hey there, Gandalf Ian. Right. I think the actual skin tone is starting to get somewhere now. And I'm also going to come back in, actually no, I'm going to come in with the henna a bit now. So henna is 1031. I'm just very lightly going to use this. Just on the utmost shadowest places. And then I'll go over again with the greyed lavender. I could get it around the right way. I'm not too bad because I've got 3 fans on me at the moment. And Frank seems to have acquired one to himself. But I'm not surprised, to be honest, because it is absolutely roasting without them. So yes, when I first thought of doing the Disney hashtag month of September, I had thought about doing my Thomas Kincaid image then as well. But what I could also try and do now, since Vicky is doing Disney next month, is maybe start it next month, because I think it is going to take me a bit of a while to get it started, never mind done. Right, so I'm coming back in with the Deco Peach there, and I'm just going over this bit, all the while still blending up into the Aqua and Parrot Green. Another thing as well, if you're following my hashtag for this month and you have the bigger Thomas Kincaid book, that is Fairy Tale Princesses. So you could even start a page from that this month, carry it on into next month, and if you still don't get it finished then, carry it on into September. And I don't mind if in September you still tag this month's hashtag on it, because obviously you would have started it this month. So I really don't mind. I don't mind if you are a bit late handing in hashtags. What do you mean, just the... Oh, ignore me. I'm reading it wrong. Vicky, we could even do a colour along if you wanted. If you have the book. And have our finished date for the end of September. And Sammy, that would give you an excuse to pull that book out too. Hint, hint, wink, wink. So you guys, I've already had a disaster with my nails. No, not a video, just like, say we could all pick maybe the same picture and colour it all in and everyone have it coloured in by the end of September. Right, so I'm just putting some of the henna on this side. Not a lot, because I don't want to darken up too much. Sammy, the Princess Thomas Kincaid book. Right, and then I'm just going to go over the whole centre part here with the Deco pink. So have I been saying Deco pink this whole time, or Deco peach? Because Deco peach I'm using. Oh, thank you, Spicy. I've literally had no plans for this. I was just winging it the whole time. You can ask everyone right from the get-go. I'm just like, well, let's just do this and see what happens, because I'm not fantastic at skin. I'm still learning. But she is a fairy tale figurine, so I'm just going to go with it and see what happens. You'll have to give me dates, Vicky, but I'm hoping for definite that I would be able to join in this time, and that I'm not poorly or anything. I think everybody would be doing Thomas Kincaid if that was the hashtag. We'd all pick the most detailed image in the book, and everyone would be colouring in the same image, I think. August 24th and 25th. Is that on a weekend? Like on the Saturday and the Sunday again? Right, I'm just going to put a bit on our cheek here. Again, with the henna, we don't really want a lot of it because it does come out quite red. And that's where the purples come in good, because it tones it down, but it still keeps the general colour there that you're after. No, I haven't, Vicky. What does that involve? Shannon, we're talking about the Princess Thomas Kincaid book. I will do once I've finished my stream. I'll have a look. Right, so I'm just adding a little bit of the henna around this edge of our lip here. Hiya, Scarlet. And then again with the Deco Peach. Right, so I've held back on doing her nose because I want to bring in white. And I'm just going to add a little bit of a highlight on her nose. So that's 938 for white. And I'm just going to add the highlight down this side. It's not going to show up as a brilliant white highlight. It's just because obviously this part is brought forward more than this part here. So I'd just like it to be a little bit lighter And then I'm coming back in with the 3 colours I've been using. Hey, Shannon, you'll have to get him told that 6 o'clock on a Friday afternoon is on our stream time, not talk to hubby time. Hiya, Christina. Right, so we have the henna again. Do I want to use henna on her nose? Let's just finish this bit here first. So I'm going to put this down here. Just add a little bit more there. And then again here. And then I'll go over that with the grey lavender. Everyone's just going to have to put their phones on silent and do not disturb whilst people are streaming. That's the only solution I can think of. And then the Deco Peach again. Right, so for the nose, because it is to the front, and what I mean by that is it's at the front of the picture compared to the side of a face, I'm going to just go with the highlight and the Deco Peach for now. Again, we're going to be blending into our Aqua coming down here. So I'm going to bring back in the French grey and also the grey green light. We'll let you off then, Spicy. Yes, it is bigger than the first book that Thomas Kincaid brought out. In fact, I would say that it is more in size terms along the size of Serene. That sort of size rather than the size that the first one was. Right, so I'm going in with the 10% French grey, and I'm just going to use that on this side of the Aqua again. Bring down this so I can make sure that I don't smudge any of her hair or skin I've done. So Lou, if you're watching this, my lovely, I am using this not just as a underpage protector, but also an overpage protector. So thank you very much. Right, and then grey green light, I'm going to go over pretty much the same area that I've just done, just making sure that that blends into the skin tone. And then I'm going back in with the Deco Peach. Ooh. Just by trial and error, really. To be honest, with the colours. Just by eye. I've not actually tried this skin tone out before, I'm just going with it. If you'd like me to, I can go through the colours that I've used so far and you can write them down. I will, when I finish the stream, be putting them in the description as well, the colours that I've used, so if you miss any, that's alright. You can get them on, I would say, about an hour tops after the stream's finished, by the time I've wrote everything in the description. So this whole side of her face is going to be lighter than this side. So I'm going to swap out now the henna and I'm going to bring back the clay rose again. I may also bring in the peach as well. I'll keep them both in my hand just in case. But I did put the white down this part. So I don't know if you can see it the way the camera is now, but you can see a difference in the colour where the white was. It's not perfectly white. Oh, you're very welcome, Bethan. So yes, it's not perfectly white, but we don't want it to be perfectly white, because your skin is not perfectly white. Although saying that though, if you lived under the water for many years, I think it would eventually turn perfectly white. Right, and then I'm just going to use the peach, so that is 939. I'm just going to come up a very small area on this side of the white patch. And then I'm just doing a slight curve on this part of her nose there. And then bring that around like that. It's a very subtle mark, so you may not see it very well. I'll bring it up to the camera. There we go. I don't know if you can see that very well there. It's just very faint. It's just to emphasize that part of her nose. And then I'm just going to use the peach on this side of her nose here. And just coming up slightly into the aqua here. But not an awful lot. And again, just blend that very lightly out into the aqua colour there. And then go over just that bit there with the 10% French grey. Okay, Sammy. Bye, Joanne. Thank you for coming. Take care. So I'm just using 10% French grey just to make sure that's blended in well to the aqua. And then I'm just going back with the Deco Peach just to make sure that this part of her nose is blended out. And then we'll just move on to the last part of her face here. So I'm going to use the Clear Rose just to give myself a little bit of a shadow along this part of her cheek and jawline. It's not a big one, just little, and I'm hardly pressing down on the paper. Which book was this from, Steph? That you did your first page from? So I'm going in with Peach now, and again I'm just going over where I've done with the Clear Rose. And then this bit here, I'm going over with the Peach. And then I'm going in with Deco Peach. Thanks, Connie. Thank you for coming along. Take care. Oh, Serene. Well, I've done one picture in Serene and I've started a picture in Serene. And the one I've started is one of our buddy colours. But at the moment, with Henna Calls on, it's been put on the back burner. But I do still have the book out. At the moment, it's under my desk. I think. It may be back on the shelf, but not put away properly, just to hand's reach. Right, so again, using the Deco Peach, we are blending the peach and the aqua together. And then I'm going to take the 10% French Grey again. And I'm just going to blend between the Deco Peach and the Aqua. And then I'm just going over the peachy colour and the Clear Rose that we put down here and along here. And it just kind of mellows it out a bit so that she doesn't look bruised. And then I'm going to get the grey-green light again. And this is literally just to go over this section here where the skin and the face makeup touch, and that just helps blend those colours together. And then I'm just going to take my Deco Peach again and go over the ear one last time with the Deco Peach. And then also with the 10% French Grey. And then we'll concentrate on finishing the face makeup. Right, and that is how her skin looks, apart from we need to finish off the face makeup. Right, so I'm going to keep a hold of the French Grey and the Grey Green Light, and also the Grey Lavender. And then I'm also going to pick up my Light Aqua, my Aquamarine, and my Parrot Green. And I'm just going to have a quick drink. Right, so first of all, I'm going to go back in with the Grey Lavender, and I'm just going to emphasize where some of these shadows are. And the good thing about using the Grey Lavender with the Aqua colours is that it goes really well. In fact, you could even go with a darker purple and it would go really well. Right. Hi, Lou. Welcome back, Sammy. Oh, thank you, Louise. Thank you, Pickle. And thank you, Beth Ann. Thank you, Steph. Right, so a little bit more around her eye. Because I think now we have a good blend between skin and makeup. Or even if you want to decide that this is skin as well, with it coming from her scales. Right. I'm going to leave the Grey Lavender to the side for the moment. And I'm going to come in with the Aquamarine now. Oh, thank you, Christina. Welcome back, Robin. Welcome back, Sue. Thank you, Mia. Right, so the Aquamarine is PC 905 and I'm going to go down the side here and just fade that into the picture, or in towards her eye mostly. And then from her eye, fade that out to the edge. Not all the way around because this bit's still quite dark. And then I'm going to take the 10% French grey, are you just popping the inserts in the journal, Spicy, or are you decorating them as well? So I'm just going over the part we've just put down with the 10% French grey. Oh, nice. Try and blend this little bit out here, because obviously we don't want her to look as though she has a black eye. And a good thing with using the French grey, that'll help bring out the colour a bit and spread it out. And then we're going to go over that bit with the grey-green light. And then I'm going back in with the Parrot green, and I'm just going very, very lightly right underneath her eye here. How are the nails holding up? Well, I've already had a dilemma with one of them, which it's kind of split right on the end, but I can fix that, that's fine. You get spares in the kit. I think I'm doing marvellous for first time plastic nails. Right, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of the Parrot green just fading out on this side as well. And then take the grey-green light again. Too busy colouring or gaming, that's my problem. Right, And that's that bit blended in there. Right, and then I'm just going to grab the Parrot green again, and underneath her, I'll do it this way, underneath her eyebrow I'm going to go and do the same as what I did under her eye, and just very thinly go along underneath her eyebrow, and then just fade that in. And then the same here. And then underneath her scales here, I'm just going to blend a bit down. And then I'm coming in with the light aqua. And then again with the grey-green light. And then I'm just going to grab a little bit of white and just in a couple of areas just lighten that up a little. And there, I think, is her skin finished on her face. Right, so I'm just going to, if I can find it, I've got it around here somewhere. No. Take my black Prisma, make sure that I have a super fine point. And then I'm just going to go over her eyelashes. Maybe it's from this side. I'm not using a pen for this because there's a good chance it could smudge. So as long as you just take your time and make sure you keep your point on the pencil, it should be totally fine. I'm not looking at chat, just a second. And then the same on the bottom. And then do the same on the other side. Like I said, I'll leave in the description the colours I've used, both for that side of her skin and also this side. There we go. Oh, thank you, Mia. Thank you, Shannon and Sammy. Right, so I'm going to do her lips quite neutral. So I'm going to go in with the Clay Rose. And I'll just bring that down from the corner. And then along the bottom and just fade it into the middle each time. And then I'm going to grab a Luminance Buff Titanium. Oh, it's right in front of me, and that's why I couldn't find it. So, Buff Titanium in the Luminance, which is 801. just grab the clay rose back a moment. And then I'm just going to grab a Posca pen. Oh, that's fantastic, Robin. Congratulations. Thank you, Pickle. Enjoy your dinner. And thank you for coming along. Bye. I was just going back over the lines there because I'd gone over with the Posca pen. So that's her natural lips. But that is what her skin will look like. And what I'll do, because I obviously don't have enough time tonight, is the makeup will kind of follow on here, similar to what it has here. And I might make it go down where her gills are, and then just have a small section here that's skin colour. But I'm not too sure about that just yet. Oh, thank you, Mia. But I think the way she's looking at the moment is pretty good. I think she is looking very Ariel-like, even though Ariel doesn't have scales or makeup down her face. So next time, I'll sort something out with the neck between now and next Friday. Next Friday we will move on to doing the flowers and the fish. I don't know if we'll get all of them done. It may be a case of doing one of each of the flowers and then one of the fish. It all depends. No, thank you, Pat and Sammy. Hiya, Nick and Tina. You know what it is, Bethan? I'm not an expert on skin, and a lot of my skin combinations are just a case of putting down colours and seeing how they turn out. And if they turn out wrong, I don't know how else to say it, but if they turn out wrong, then it's a learning curve, and you just sack it off and try again. Well, that's what I was thinking. Definitely have her scales the same colour as the makeup. So I could do like a lay down of that sort of thing without putting other colours on the page, of course. So if I just sharpen that off a moment. So yeah, if we do like a block down again, definitely around the gills. And then I could, because obviously these bits are blocked off, we could have it coming from here and have it coming up this side maybe. To join that bit there. That might be a good idea. But I'll have a think about that during the week. But definitely around this part especially we'll have the green. And then if I just grab this light colour again, this is the 10% French grey. So say you had all of this bit skin tone, and then maybe going ever so slightly just up here, and then the green stopping about here and having this part of our neck skin tone as well, and then ever so slightly just have it popping out here, and then this bit skin tone as well. I think that would look good. But I'll have a look through the week and I'll sort something for that out. So whilst we're on, just before I leave, is there anybody who is in chat or who is lurking who has not yet handed their Henna Calls On picture in? Because I've got my list here, and it's basically just to see. I do have some names to change around, so some are wrong, and obviously Pickle has picked up that other page. But if there's anybody who is in chat at the moment, if you know for definite you are going to finish your page, just let me know. If you don't think you're going to finish your page, let me know. If there's anything you need to know from me, just pop it in the chat and I'll do my best to help you there. I will leave details like my Facebook group, my email, my Instagram. At the moment, Loretta, there isn't, not specifically. You already handed your other one in, so that's fantastic. If any pages do come available, Loretta, I will email you. It is getting close to the deadline now. It is the 12th today and the deadline is the 28th, but I can stretch to the 5th of August if there is the off chance that somebody cannot finish their image. But I will leave all details in the description, and that includes my email address, which is the best place to get a hold of me from, or my Instagram. You can message me through Instagram, just don't send me your finished pages through Instagram. They are best sent through email because I can get them up and edited for the video better that way. If you know anybody who is on the list who is not highlighted in pink, would you very kindly just let them know that the deadline is due, and I would very, very much like to know if they are still able to do their pictures or not. Thanks for coming along, Sammy. I'll talk to you later. Enjoy your walk with Chip. So yes, in about an hour's time I will have the description finished, and I'll have all the colours I've used and what I've used them for in the description. I'll have details on where you can contact me. I'll have a link for the book, pencils. If there's anything else you'd like me to put in the description, let me know and I'll do that for you. But thank you ever so much, everybody, for coming along, and next week we will move on to the flowers and the fish, and it's been another fantastic evening. So thanks very much, everyone, and bye.